And we are back. We are back as, oh my gosh.
Yes,
as you see, we are going to be talking a little bit of college football.
Yes, sir.
The hat we have here. I'm sorry, UGA fans. It's
No, you're not.
not really.
No,
but
I know Georgia fans will be mad at me. You know, say it's cool. You know what I'm saying? The plug had to come through. When I was at the game, the plug had to come through and, bless the kid.
I listen. I see you, dog.
You know
I see you, dog.
It's been told you, bro. It's been a long time, bro.
Listen, long time coming. I got you.
Yeah.
Speaking of LSU, college football playoffs, that's set. We got the matchups, we got the bowl games, we got the locations.
We know LSU
is going to be taking on Oklahoma. Oklahoma Sooners, you got Joe Burrow going up against Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, this is his third college football playoff appearance. Is it? No.
He's been on 4 years.
Yes, he has. This is going to be Jalen. Well, as a starter.
As a starter,
this is going to be his third year. Starting 4 years in total, going to the college football playoffs. That's crazy. Man's been in the college football playoffs his whole career.
That is crazy.
He's going to be taking on Joe Burrow and the LSU Tigers right here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hopefully, we in the building.
Hey, we will see. We will see. I ain't got no team in this fight. I'm rooting for Jalen though. Go on, Jalen. So,
I would root for Jalen too if you're gonna play against us, but
I feel you. We also have, which I think is probably gonna be the craziest. The game I don't know who's gonna win this game.
It's
Oklahoma and Clemson. You got
Ohio
number 2
State.
and number 3. Oh, yeah, that's right. Ohio State and Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 and number 3 playing in Arizona in the Fiesta Bowl.
And the big Tostito Bowl.
And so I'm trying to figure out
who has the edge in the well.
Now the spread is Clemson
2.5.
The spread is so far you have LSU by 9.
Yeah, 9, 10.
And Clemson by 2. What you think about this, man? Give me your thoughts on. We'll start with Tostitos Fiesta Bowl.
Big Tostito. It's really like who you like and why kind of game. It's like both teams really haven't been tested. Well, if you want to say Ohio State's been tested when they played Michigan for a quarter and a half.
I was about to say, really?
About a quarter. Or the Penn State game where they've been a little battle tested. Both teams had their moments. We know UNC and Clemson game. Clemson should have lost that game, but by the grace of God, they won. And it's kind of like who you trust. Whose offense more explosive? Like Clemson has Sunshine, who should have been in Georgia, but another Georgia player got out of here. Justin Fields, who still be at Georgia, who got out of here.
We can go down the list.
Go down the whole
people
long.
From Georgia who Georgia whiffed on.
And Deshaun Watson, who's right up the street from Georgia.
Kenyon Drake,
Cam Newton. But it's kind of like it's picky poison. Who do you want? Who do you want to? It's like for real. Like that's really. I've been sitting there going back and forth. Like I can't stand Ohio State, but I can't. Clemson's good, but they both play in. I ain't gonna say both play in the same conferences. Clemson's definitely play in the same conference, but they've been dominating the last 28 games out to everybody.
Florida State sucks. Miami sucks. Shout out Groovaloo.
Shot.
Boston College can't score more than 14 points a game. Like I'm not impressed with the ACC, but I'm not gonna use like most people. I'm not gonna use that to say Clemson is overrated. I've watched Clemson play. They're a complete football team. A lot of people think that just because their whole defensive line went to the NFL, they just rotate more. Like that's the difference between what I would say like Alabama, Clemson, and like Georgia. We'll talk about Georgia later. But Clemson, they've sustained losses on both sides of the football, and they just keep reloading. They have one of the best wide receiving core that I've seen in a while. Alabama, of course, has a good one. LSU has a really good one as well.
Because all their receivers play basketball players, literally all basketball players.
Hey.
All these fools are 6'4", 6'5".
And then when you got Sunshine, you got a shot.
And he's 6'6".
I think what's going to come down to it, though, is them playing Ohio State. This is the first team that I can really think of in probably since
2 years ago, Bama?
Yeah, since maybe like 2 years ago, Bama. that has a legitimate pass rush and athletes on defense, and that can match up.
Well, and Ohio State secondary is, besides Akudo, their secondary is good, but they can be beat. They can be beat. They can be thrown on.
But Chase Young,
yeah,
the kid's a problem. I think he's going to be
Predator.
the best. Shout out to Terrell. He's down there covering the college football playoff awards right now, and he actually just sent us a picture. He is with Chase Young right now.
The Predator.
I'm not gonna call that man that, but
I'm talking about with the helmet on and stuff with the dread. I ain't talking about what he look like.
Listen, I would love Chase Young to be in the Atlanta Falcons jersey.
He's not coming to these Falcons. Look,
if we keep losing, we got a shot.
If Cincinnati's smart, if Cincinnati's smart, keep the high out there.
It's Cincinnati, they not smart. But
just my bad, Jay Black.
Hey, look, he should be used to this. That's the reason we ain't seen him on the Thursdays in a while. But I think that Clemson and Ohio State are very well matched. But I think it's going to come down to, like I say all the time, the trenches. If Justin Fields can come out and light Clemson's defense up, Ohio State, I think, can run away with it a little. I have a little bit in my mind. I think they might run away with this.
I don't know, because it must come down to vet play too. You know what I'm saying? Who's been in those moments?
That's true.
I mean, granted, Sunshine ain't but a year ahead of Justin Fields, but he's been in those moments.
That's true.
And he's seen it all. I mean, he smacked up Bama and who they played last year? Was it Notre Dame?
Yeah, Notre Dame, who shouldn't have been in it.
But he's been in those moments.
He has, and he's performed. We also have to give love to. We're probably seeing the top two running backs in the country, J.K. Dobbins and Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne does not get enough love in my opinion.
He plays in the ACC.
He plays in the ACC, and I think he gets overshadowed by
and the basketball players.
Right, and for people who don't know, when we say Sunshine, we're talking about Trevor Lawrence.
Yes,
that kid's a problem, man.
He's gonna be a first, if not a first round pick, a second round pick. He's going the first. If not the first day, the second day.
He's a problem, man. And shout out to my man Jeff Benedict, but he actually pointed out. Yeah, he actually pointed out Clemson's offensive line is not great.
They're not. They're good enough.
If I'm not mistaken, they have a true freshman. He's either a true freshman or a true sophomore. As their left tackle.
He's held up well this year.
He has,
but also he hasn't seen.
He ain't seen Ohio State's defensive line.
Yeah, he hasn't. And back to what you were saying with Clemson, reloading. Shout out to Miles Murphy, another kid from Cobb County, going to Clemson next year. That's my manager's son. So she ain't gonna be working too much longer. So he's gonna be
wow, UGA, you guys are idiots. But
exactly, another one. Yeah, exactly, another Cobb.
Listen, hey, okay, and let's go ahead and talk about your team, LSU, Oklahoma.
Yeah, hey man, it's really gonna be.
Do you think Oklahoma has a shot in this game?
They have a punch of chance.
Chance?
They can score. But if I know one thing, if they see no tape, do not throw at 24. I know he had a bad game against y'all. I know.
I wasn't even about to bring that up.
You thought about it.
I didn't actually.
Well, I said it for you. I know he's had one pedestrian game, and that was the Bama game. And on two passes, we both said they weren't really his fault, but whatever.
No, we said one wasn't his fault.
One was his fault, and the second
which kind of was. He should have been paying attention. But the second one,
I don't know why they're playing press coverage.
You in press coverage, and
you
I'm like,
you 14.
You listen. You that guy. Not against them though.
He didn't play bad, but I think he's going to be, if not exclusively on CD. Because CD usually play on the left side of the field a lot. Sometimes
he moves around a little bit.
He moves around, but then you go from Darius Singh, you go to Christian Fulton, who's the first round pick too. He don't really get targeted a lot, so they really try to target the inside of the field on our DBs.
Well,
but
you also gotta take in consideration. I don't think y'all have seen anybody who quarterback runs quite like Jalen.
But there's also a difference. We play Jalen. So it's not like
This ain't the same Jalen. I ain't gonna lie to you.
but also he's not the same Jalen. Not I'll give you that.
And you didn't play him last year. He was hurt.
Played 2 years ago.
He ain't the same guy. Listen, post-dread Jalen is a problem out here. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He is a problem. I will give it. You know what I'm saying? Just corral the ball, make your tackle, stay in your
Passing lane.
stay in your pass
Rush
lane.
lane, I mean.
Yeah, rush lane. Don't try to do too much. Tackle him because he will break tackles and
He will run you over.
and he will run you over. So, gain tackle, don't try to go for kill shots. But also if it goes down to if I had to go pick whose defense who could make a play, that's your defense make a play. Because since that Ole Miss game where everybody, giving them flack for Ole Miss rushed the ball for 300 plus yards, I was like, they did the same thing against Bama. The defense has came and played a lot better because it stopped the run, and Grant Delphus came back. He's 100% now, which was a liability last 2 weeks in the season. So if I had to bet my money who could get a stop for me, I think we all know who would get a stop because Oklahoma can't stop a cold. Mm-hmm. And they were struggling with Baylor last week. They really should have lost. If Baylor's starting quarterback didn't get hurt, Oklahoma probably would have lost.
And their backup quarterback.
And their backup quarterback got hurt too. So you played the third string quarterback and you went in overtime. So
hey man, listen.
I mean, hey, I know you played who's out there, but
Hey, I don't know. I give Oklahoma a shot at it. I think LSU, this is their year. Something about them. It's really Joe Burrow. Like Joe Burrow is the difference maker. Also, Joe Brady. I think the Burrow's Award winner. I think that's the difference in this year. Their passing concepts, like I always say, they put your secondary in such a conflict. You can't play man.
It's Matt. That's what keeps saying. Everybody was like, "Oh, Jamar Chase. Oh, Justin Jefferson. Oh, Terrence Martin." I said, bro, they legit have
4 or 5 options where
4 or 5 options, maybe 6 people who could go off on you.
Like, and trust me, I respect it. I mean, just of course, me being an Alabama fan, we are kind of like the same in a sense. Like, you got Judy, Ruggs,
like,
Devontae.
It's like who? If you
Waddle,
like who do you?
Then
want
you
to
got our backs coming out, the Najee coming out the backfield. Like, we pick your poison. What you want to do?
Who do you want to take away? Like, all right, you want y'all to double Jamar? Okay, that's fine.
You have to play zone because you got to respect the running back coming out. But if you play zone, you're gonna get 8 alive because they know exactly how to beat that.
And Joe Burrow, what people don't realize is either he's picking, he comes in line, see what you win. And at the little different concept they were doing this year, they weren't never doing. Mm-hmm. Look to the sidelines, get an extra play. If you don't change your defense up, they go with the first option. If you change, Joe Burrow sees it, he picks where you blitzing from, throw right behind you.
You don't really have a shot. That's why we were talking off camera. But if Oklahoma has a chance to win this game, you gotta hope Joe's just not on. Like, you gotta play zone and keep everything in front of you, and hope Joe is just not on.
And then if he's not on, then you're gonna run the football.
That's your best. I would rather them do that.
And that's fine. Let Clyde go ahead. Let Clyde eat on you too, because he didn't have the greatest running game against Georgia. But
who would you rather? If you are playing against LSU, who would you rather the ball?
Oh, I'm on the ball in Clyde's hand.
Exactly. So if that's what we got to do, that's what we got to do.
It means like who you want, and like for real, Oklahoma's offense is good, but it's not Oklahoma's offense like it's usually been.
It's not down the field as much.
Yeah, because it's really like CD gets past it. He had a break.
It's a lot of yards out the catch. It's a lot of yak. It's a lot of yak. But Oklahoma, hey. They got, like I said, they got a shot. Speaking of,
they got 2 weeks. We'll talk more about it in 2 weeks.
Speaking of
shots,
Speaking of Joe Brady winning the Burrows Award for best assistant coach in the country, we're gonna talk about these awards, man.
Yeah, and also, thank God this didn't happen. I didn't want David Renner to go, but thank God he didn't go to UNLV and Colorado State. Like,
that would have been stupid, in my opinion.
But yeah, I'm glad they took the other coaches.
It's better opportunities coming his way. Trust me that.
Ride this train.
It's way better opportunities coming his way. You got Joe Brady winning the Burrows Award. You got, if I'm not mistaken, let
Ed
me
won
see.
Coach of the Year.
Ed won Coach of the Year. Heisman hasn't been announced yet, but I think we all pretty much know it's a
Heisman,
foregone
Joe.
conclusion that Joe is going to win that Heisman. You got, I don't think they have done the Doak Walker Award was
Jonathan
Taylor, which is not a surprise. Jonathan Taylor had a great season.
Another
Carried Wisconsin once again throughout the year.
One trick pony, as we all know they are.
Listen, hey, that one trick worked a lot.
That one trick,
except for Ohio State. That's about it.
That one trick worked a lot. Over 2,000 yards rushing again.
So,
I really want to know who won the Biletnikoff Award.
that's what I was about to ask you. Who do you have winning the Biletnikoff?
Jamar, boy, 18 touchdowns.
I'm gonna go with CD, man.
But CD he missed a game this year. CD he's had a great year, but the boy had 18 touchdowns and over 1,000 yards. 119, I think. 18, 19 touchdowns and over 1,000 yards. That's not even being a homer. Like he
had a great year for sure, but
have they did that award yet?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I know it's tonight because it ain't nothing coming to my phone. So he might didn't. They made pick CD because it ain't nothing coming to my phone about it.
I'm gonna go with CD Lamb on that one.
Who was all? It was CD. Was it Judy in it?
No, we had no finalists, which was crazy because I thought Devontae should have at least been in that.
So who were the three? It was CD, Jamar, who else?
Let's see. Biletnikoff. I think it was. I don't know. I will come back to it, but I know Joe won
The Maxwell
Award for best quarterback
and AP Player of the Year. Oh, he's about to rack up about trophies this season. So that's the phone call because he don't rack up with trophies.
Listen,
or individual trophies.
What you want the man to do?
And say, hey, look, the man threw 48 touchdowns.
He did.
He threw.
Listen, like I said, Joe had a ridiculous year,
and that's a huge jump for somebody who I think he threw 16 last year, 16 to 48. I don't care who you are, bro. That's a huge jump. You should win a Heisman just off of that.
I mean, we'll give him best improved or something like that, but I don't know if just off that winning a Heisman.
I mean, they also think about the man
Michael Pittman for USC. He ain't gonna win that. So CD Lamb is my pick. Jamar Chase is your pick on that. He ain't gonna win that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Y'all ain't even got enough wins for that, Playboy. But
hey man, he had his individual award, but it is about team success.
Listen, look, we ain't even finna play those games with them folks, man. We ain't gonna play those games, man. But Joe had a lot of success this year.
He did ball. Thank God we got an office out the 1940s. Thank God for Joe Brady.
And the best display of this was against, what was it, the number 2 defense in the country?
That's what they were?
The UGA Bulldogs?
That's what they call themselves. They were the number 2 defense in the country.
So.
Jamar Chase won it.
Oh, well, hey, there you go. So, after we lost to LSU, it was a rough day for me. I think everybody's seen the videos.
If you don't see them, we do have them.
And then after we lost to Auburn, it was another rough day for me.
I didn't want to call you after that game because you probably would cuss me out. So
listen, I'm glad you didn't. I was up in South Carolina, and it was a rough day. You know, there was a lot of Clemson fans there. I was in Charleston, and it was a lot going on. And my phone was going off, and it was all Georgia fans just killing me. And you know what? I wanted to root for them against y'all. I did. But I was like, you know what? Y'all gonna see what it's like. I was like, y'all gonna see what the smoke look like. And it's gonna look worse for y'all because y'all know y'all blow big games. Speaking of that, though, UGA blowing another big game. SEC championship. They've won one
out of 3 years.
One out of the last 3 years, SEC championship. And
I don't see them winning no time soon. Because Florida's getting better.
Listen, Florida's getting better, yes. But I think the main reason why they're not going to win it next year is because Jake Fromm's probably coming back. So
and Georgia fan, I know y'all ready for that boy to get up out there because y'all equal Jay Fromm and Matt Ryan.
Here's my problem. Well, not even problem. Here's my thing. Georgia had Jake Fromm, Jacob Eason,
Justin Fields.
And
you stayed with.
You ended up with the worst one out of the three.
And another reason why Fromm started because
Eason got hurt.
Eason got hurt for 1 week, and he went up to Notre Dame and beat Notre Dame by 4.
And which we saw that didn't matter. My thing is, now Kirby's coming with the excuses. We lost this many people to the draft and yada, yada, yada. These people hurt. I'm like, what do you think we go through here at Alabama? Like, what?
We go through this. We go
every
through this every year, bro.
Like, you like, oh, we had 3 receivers. Like, we had Calvin Ridley leave. We had Julio leave. Martin. Like, dog, that's what you recruit for.
You better get that pipeline.
That's what you recruit for.
And you see what you need to do, too, is
recruit his state better.
Like, yeah, exactly like what Ogeron said. Ogeron said, I'm trying to get the top players out of my state because that's what you know best. There's been no reason that all this talent that's in state North Georgia, South Georgia, Cobb, all that y'all not getting for real.
Just look at the college football playoffs. Sunshine, Cartersville, Justin Field,
Cobb, right in your backyard,
right down the street.
If you want to go back in the days, Deshaun Watson, who was up the street from you, didn't pick him.
Cam Newton.
Kenyon Drake. Who else? That Evan Ingram. Like there is too much talent.
You let all this talent go to other schools, and you wonder why you lose. And what I'm trying to figure out is why people talk about Georgia like they're just like this top contender every year. They disappoint you every year. They're like the Georgia Bulldogs or the Dallas Cowboys of college football.
Or the Michigan Wolverines of the South.
A whole bunch of hype and hasn't done anything in decades. Last time Georgia did anything, next year is going to be the 40-year anniversary.
Say it again for the people in the back.
40. 10 times 4. 5 times 8. 40-year
35 plus 5
anniversary of the last time they won a national championship. But
we talk about a long time ago, bro. We weren't born yet.
Herschel ain't walking through that door.
How old were you last time Georgia won?
6. Dog.
See, good Lord.
Now you feel like how I feel. The Knicks.
73. Well, Legion, y'all not as delusional.
Listen, at least they don't put y'all like through this because they don't give y'all hope in the offseason.
They try to give y'all hope. Well, no, they do.
Georgia gets all these top 5, top 10 recruiting classes, and we hungry, we want to eat, all that, and then they go out there and do this. Jake Fromm out here throwing the ball into the first row.
Bro, I told you, me and my dog. Shout out to my dog.
Jake
Demetrius.
really gonna be end up working for State Farm.
Shout out to my dog Demetrius. We in here both said the same thing on that game on Saturday. Beautiful design play. I kind of figured go throw the ball on the first play. You had the man up the middle of the seam. Huh?
The Ravens just scored again.
21-0. Oh, that's a pass touchdown from Lamar Jackson. 21-7. Y'all scored? Yeah. Unfortunately, but
we were here.
Okay, y'all down 14.
All right, calm down.
The first play, the receiver drops the ball.
Yep.
And then there was another play where you had Javarius Smith, whatever the boy's name is, going down the middle of the field, wide open. Jay Fromm throws him. So I was like, right there, those are 2 potential touchdowns that one was underthrown, one was dropped. And then, then you leave your defense on the field, they're going to give up plays eventually. And then you had Joe Burrow out there have his best Lamar Jackson rendition.
Dog, I'm trying to understand why you rushed 3, drop 8.
The first touchdown, exactly. The first touchdown, I literally counted. He had the ball in his hand for 10 seconds. The first touchdown was Jamar Chase.
I'm telling you, Joe was back there like, he open, but man, he did hustle in practice earlier. I ain't gonna hit him.
You can't cover nobody for 10 seconds, bro. I don't care what kind of defense. You can't cover nobody for 10 seconds.
Listen, you can't cover nobody for 10 seconds. I don't care if you're a man or zone, and we already see Georgia can't run zone. Georgia ain't ran zone right since 1983.
Oh,
so I don't understand.
You.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Maxwell Player of the Year, Joe Burrow, first LSU player to win the award.
Thank God.
I mean, what do you do? Like, as a Georgia fan, like, what do you do? Because Florida's coming.
Florida's coming.
That's about it, though.
And
Tennessee's still trash.
Tennessee's still
South
trash.
Carolina's
Vanderbilt's still stink.
Vanderbilt ain't never gonna be good.
Missouri is Missouri. So I mean, you'll be up there again because your division is terrible. Oh, your division's terrible.
It's almost like you'll roll through the SEC East because nobody's there.
Besides Florida, and depending on what month Florida looks good in. Florida looks good the first part of the year. Terrible second part of the year.
Here's the thing, though. Florida has to play LSU every year.
Auburn
every year. Georgia got to play LSU every year.
And Georgia got to play Bama next year. And I think that game's in.
Game 3.
I think that game's in. Is it here? Or is that Bama?
It is. It should be in Tuscaloosa. If so, I'll be there. Either way, I'll be there. Athens or Tuscaloosa. I'll be there just to talk shit. And hopefully, don't know white people get upset. But they probably will just, because we're going to beat the dog shit out of them next year just because we're going to be on a revenge mission. Plus, I've been hearing a lot of these juniors talking about coming back.
You talking like Jerry Jr. on him? Why?
Hey. I'll take it.
My thing is like this. I've always said this. What's the purpose? I get it. Win-win for the Gipper.
The Clemson whole D-line did it.
Yeah.
They all came back.
But they also didn't win when they were freshmen. I guess.
Judah ain't had one.
They won 2 years.
That he actually played in.
Okay, so I always say this. You go back, you come back, and you run the risk of
getting hurt.
So you come back, you suffer a season-ending injury. Then you just jeopardize millions and millions of dollars. Jerry, your top 5 pick.
Maybe Jerry don't come back, but like Devontae.
Tua, you gonna be the second quarterback taken. Maybe the first. Who knows? Probably the second.
I don't know. He been slipping.
If he's not going out top 12.
I bet he will.
Nah, Mel Kiper got his boy going like second quarterback and then.
We'll see. We'll see.
Also, it is. You get a year to get paid to get rehab. Who's not taking that? I'm not coming back to school and risk getting hurt and further damaging my draft stock. Because if you come and get hurt again, what you gonna do? Damaged goods. Nobody ain't gonna slip in the draft again. So you better go get this paper and get paid to rehab.
Hey man,
I'm just saying that's just me. That's just smart. I'm trying to get this bread because you already know Nick Saban gonna use you up anyway. You know that, and I know that.
They know that too. So if you come back, you know what's going on.
I'm trying to get this bread.
That's fine.
And get paid to rehab.
I understand. I feel you. But if they come back,
yeah, to come back.
We drubbing people.
Honestly,
the only people I really want to come back.
Najee's gone.
Najee's out of here.
He's a second, third running back.
He's out of here. Brian Robinson, I want him to come back. I want.
Talk about the lineman?
No.
Oh. No, running back.
Yeah. I want Brian Robinson to come back. I want Tua to come back. Mostly just because I want him to go top 5. I don't think he's gonna go top 5. Even if he doesn't play, I would rather him come back, rehab, and be able to, show, what it is at scout day.
Rehab and get paid.
Yeah, as a number 30 pick.
He's not gonna drop that far.
You never know.
And in this case, you see it that doesn't bode well. That's not bad for you if you drop that. If you drop that far down, you see what happened with somebody dropped down to 32.
Well, they also traded back to get him. They were like number 20 something first.
I mean, we traded from the second round.
They traded up to get him.
But I'm saying
listen, I'm telling you, y'all gonna mess around and have Tua go fall to the Patriots.
Did we not say that? That's the most Patriots thing to do for him to fall down to them.
Fall to the Patriots,
and he'll fall to the Patriots, and then Jared Stidham get his 1 year in because Tom Brady's not going back to the Patriots next year.
No, you know what? I actually think they like Jared Stidham, so he probably won't fall to the Patriots.
Or if he'll
probably fall to like.
Who's a good team to see Tua falling to? The Steelers.
I was about to say the Steelers.
The Steelers.
Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers. And Chargers will be the top. They'll be in the top 13 pick.
Yeah.
And so what I'm saying, if you fall right there, if you fall between in the NBA world like a lottery pick, that's fine.
You're right. Absolutely. Well, I mean, you got that sitting, not coming back, but you also have to run the risk of you got a lot of players that may sit out of these bowl games.
Well, we know this going to happen because if I'm not mistaken, I think DeAndre Swift and the offensive lineman for them is contemplating on playing in the Sugar
If
Bowl.
I'm Swift, I wouldn't play.
Yeah, if I'm Swift, I'm not playing that bowl
I
game.
wouldn't play.
Again.
He already was hurt for the SEC championship game. I wouldn't play. But let's talk about some of these bowl games we have going on. You got USC Iowa and the San Diego County Credit Union
What
Holiday.
bowl is that?
It is 2 days after Christmas on the
What bowl
27th.
is it? What is?
Number 22 USC, number 16 Iowa.
Oh, who cares?
I think
Iowa probably would. They
I go with USC. I think they got a lot of young talent. You never know.
the San Diego Credit Union Wave Bowl. I don't even know what you call it.
Listen, hey man. Don't ask me, man. Then we got Florida, Virginia in the Capital One Orange Bowl.
It's a home game in Florida.
I'm gonna go with Florida in this one. I don't think Virginia has the horses to run that race.
Nah. Say that.
Shout out to L. His team is actually bowl eligible this year.
I would.
They got Florida State and Arizona State. The Fighting Herms. Against the Fighting Norvales.
Norvales and the Fighting Terrells.
Yeah. They got a new coach.
What they in Planet Fitness Bowl?
They are in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
The what?
Oh my God.
The Frosted Flake Bowl. That's what they in pretty much.
H. Your man is in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
The Tony the Tiger Sun, bruh.
That's
so you're the
something I
Frosted Flakes Bowl. You're the cereal bowl, pretty much.
Listen, you were in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Who you got in that? I got Arizona State.
Arizona State.
I got Arizona State. I'm sorry.
Arizona State.
And shout out, hometown, Georgia State.
Yeah, Georgia State did make the bowl.
Playing Wyoming in the Nova Homes Loan Arizona Bowl.
Some of these names are Georgia State, I guess.
Going with Georgia State just because, hometown.
Just for the hometown, they'll get somebody get some wins.
You got Oregon, Wisconsin.
In the granddaddy of them all.
The Rose Bowl. Out there in Cali.
Ooh, that's actually be an interesting game.
I'm going to go with, you actually got a lot of people are still stuck on, they think Oregon is still that Chip Kelly, fast, nah.
They're a running football team.
My man's is up there. And he built them joints like they an SEC team.
Because he was a former
Mario
lineman.
Cristobal from Miami, Miami offensive lineman, former Alabama offensive line coach. He went up there to Oregon and he built them boys out there. They're tough.
Yeah, I'll go with
if Justin Herbert plays, I definitely got Oregon winning.
Oregon. If Herbert plays, I got Oregon. If Jonathan Taylor plays, then I don't know. Oh, Danny,
DJ Cameraman on the cameraman.
the cameraman. What it do, baby? What's happening? Hey, where's Scrub at? He coming? He's sorry.
That boy Digital.
Digital's in the building. If Easton, not Eagles. What's that boy play? What's that boy name? Herbert. If he plays, I go Oregon.
Okay. You got Minnesota, Auburn, and the Outback Bowl. I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm going Minnesota because I don't like the fact that they gave Bo Nix freshman of the year. I don't really appreciate that.
I agree with you.
I don't appreciate
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Bo Nix had 3 good games this year.
Yeah, I must
That's
say
it.
24 and should have won. And he didn't win. And he was first team all SEC. Like, all right, bro. Like, come on. We got. Look, I know we got a whole bunch of first and second team SEC, but he should have been first team SEC off rip.
Hey, listen, I don't understand it myself. Then you got in the All-State Sugar Bowl, you got Georgia, Baylor.
If Georgia can't beat Baylor, good Lord.
Well, we gotta see who's gonna play.
Who's gonna
Because
play?
Cager's out for the year.
Blaylock's out.
Blaylock's out.
And I saw Nab. I said that boy tore his ACL too. I was like,
Swift, we don't know if he's gonna
we don't
play.
know if Swift gonna play.
Fromm better play. Good God.
He needs a showing. He needs a showing in the worst way.
Georgia fans, I know they wish he'd go to the draft.
Who they got coming in? Who's their backup?
Anybody else?
Anybody but Fromm. That could be their mantra. Anybody but Fromm. I guess I go Georgia just for the SEC.
All right, we got Michigan, Alabama in the Citrus Bowl. Of course, I'm going with Alabama here. Even though we got Mac Jones at quarterback, I'm going to go with Alabama.
Mr. Pick Six himself.
Jesus Christ.
There's 2 pick six himself.
I mean, we're not going to talk about it. But Michigan, Alabama, go with Alabama on this one. Even if Najee sits out, I still think we got too much talent for Michigan. I think we're just too fast on offense and defense, personally.
I mean, I'm not picking Michigan. Jim Harbaugh need to go ahead and get up out of there. Go to the NFL.
Nah, that boy a lifer.
By default.
And we already talked about your boy Clemson, Ohio State, and Oklahoma, LSU. So you got Clemson or Ohio State. Gotta pick one.
I mean, we got 2 weeks. Can I come back to that? Because I
I give you a couple weeks.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks.
I give you a couple weeks because I already know you got LSU in this other one.
Yeah,
but
of course. Yeah.
I give you a couple weeks
to
talk about it.
Yeah, because I'm really ping ponging back and forth on I'm really ping ponging back and forth who I want to pick. But in other news, Hey, go ahead and kill my pictures, man. You know what I'm saying? And,
so I'm gonna let you get busy because this is your world, not mine.
You part of the world too, dog. You part of the world too. You know what I'm saying? For all these, you know what I'm saying? The people, it's Christmas time. You already know it's release coming out this Saturday.
Hey, keep that thing on you.
Keep the thing on you. Bring a bodyguard. Bring somebody with you.
Cause what day?
Saturday.
This
December
Saturday,
14th.
December 14th. You got the Air Jordan 11
Breads OGs with the OG box
coming out, back out.
So
as you can see, I don't know if H put the picture up yet, but as you can see, when he does put the picture up yet,
there it is. You know what I'm saying?
MJ used to be killing the Knicks with these.
That's how I put that picture up there. He probably, you know what I'm saying? But no, it's definitely, you know, it's always 11s come out around Christmas time. It's nothing.
Of course. It's either Concords,
Space Jams. Next year, I think they need to drop the Cool Grades next year because those have been a long time for Cool Grades.
I just want the cement fours again. That's it.
But no, I advise you, people, if you can, they come down to all sizes. Raffles in most places ended today. I think Hibbett's raffle ends tomorrow. So you got some time. So I advise you, if you can get them, don't hit my line because I'm not the plug. No matter what he says, I'm not PJ Tucker's plug.
Lie to y'all.
I'm not PJ Tucker's plug. I wish I was. I ain't got the plug for Nike. I wish I did. If I did, then the whole family eating. But we eating.
What's the price point on these joints?
The price point of these are $220.
Oh,
$220 for men.
They already cut me out.
For kids, that's age from the size from 3.5 to 7. They are usually $40 cheaper, so $180. Yeah, $175, $180.
$180 for children.
It's $220 for men, so $40 cheaper.
Nah, that explains why I ain't got.
Oh,
no
$160.
kids.
They probably $160 probably, possibly $160.
Still explains why I ain't got no kids.
So hey, man, yeah, I mean, that's just on these. So if you try to get the whole family kicks, you know, get your Christmas shoes on, you know, everybody do it. Cause you'll see all this weekend. Good Lord, everybody and mama can wear these this weekend.
Oh.
Go ahead, get you a nice $600 to spend. Drop on all your kids if you got kids. If you don't, spend on yourself.
Nah, that's a flight to Paris, man. Like,
yeah, it is. That's why I said get smooth 220 resale. Might be a little decent, not too much, because it's a general release for everybody. So yeah, it's a big weekend in the sneaker world. Oh, and the Yeezys come out this weekend too. Yeah, if you're an Adidas person, there you go. They just play to come out this Saturday too. I don't really care about them, but yeah, you got any other news?
You know what? No. Then we're going to end on that because I got nothing for the shoes for you. But
shout out to the Hawks. It's over.
We're not going to talk about Trae Young right now. We'll leave that to L, and we'll leave that to next week's show, next Thursday.
Shout out to Luka.
Shout out to Luka. Like I said, we'll leave that to next Thursday. We'll talk about that. We will recap this good weekend for the Hawks. They got the Pacers coming up on Friday, and they have the Lakers
Showdown.
coming up on Sunday.
Coach Phil.
Coach Phil will holler at you at the game, man.
Coach Phil's in the building.
You know it. Be your own GOAT. Shout out to our Shout out to our former intern, Greg.
Oh yeah, Greg.
My man graduated.
Yeah, congrats to
Doing
Greg.
this thing. I thought you were gonna be here. I bought a bottle for you and everything, but clearly you're not. So I'll just take it home. Don't worry about it. It'll get drank.
We're drinking in memory of you.
In memory.
In
celebration of you, good
of
brother. But nah, we're signing out though, my man.
Yeah.
Brandon Triche. This is Craig Armstrong. Live Hip Hop Daily presents These Urban Times.
And also one thing, big condolences to the homies, Talisha and CJ, in the passing of y'all little brother. I know I gave out my condolences to y'all, but gotta give it out to the fan one time.
Always.
See y'all next week though.
See y'all next week. Live Hip Hop Daily. These Urban Times present Sideline Stories. We out.